how serious Ethics is right now with the new lineup. On the other hand, Sprout very motivated, especially with Faven now. And touching on the last match on Nuke from Sprout, I agreed it didn't look too well, but I also think there was some individual performances lacking, especially Faven. If you compare his Nuke performance to Mirage, completely
100%.
day and night. So I hope that Dennis and Faven just find better into Nuke this time, and then I think I suspect a 2-0 for Sprout.
Not much talking. Directly live. Alternate attacks versus Sprout, starting things on Nuke. A map where we're actually, well, we need to mention, this is not LDLC. Opponent so strong, one of the big contenders for the finals of the United Masters League. I'm touching really quickly onto Faven in a second. This guy in this map, we're going to see how it works. If just Mirage is his better fit. Right now, Stefan already moving away, quickly making a move down, and he's just running away, being chased by Sprout players. Can't connect a single shot. But Hunden is there, and the Danish legend is able to find Speedy. Console jumps down. It's a beautiful frag there onto Percy. And the Danish trend, they're killing each other. Searson coming in from behind. Native Safix is the only one. He found already two. Make that a third. The man could move up the side real quick. Or maybe just bait them out, because Searson right now got the control over this. The options are there for Niels Christian Sillison. He definitely saw his opponent, taps him away. That's number 4 for Native Safix. And he might just make it a 5th, because this guy gets the C4 down, and Tensky will make the move. And maybe not too strong. Could be the hero for the Green Leaf. After losing one player after another during that wave attack, Tensky can't hit the Flying Dane, and now he knows where he is at least. Makes the noise. He does not have the kit. He taps it. Could be just finding more, but he doesn't go for the aggression. Directly hops into Vent. Nearly misses it. Down to 5 HP, and this is a 10-second defuse he might stick to. Native Safix still realizing there's more to come, and he gets taken out. Tensky finds him, but NATO bought enough time. Sprout, shake hands of NATO. He bought you number 1.
It came all down to 2 players with very long names, especially Tensky. Neto starting off exactly how he finished Nuke. So we have a little pause right now. There seem to be some problems.
And I just want to point that out. This is very interesting. If we take a look at it, it was actually Faven having a way better rating on Nuke than on the lovely Mirage. So I think that's something to sort of point out. And Sprout mainly performing quite good, but the teams were, I mean, against Vitality is a 1.3 rating, definitely something worth mentioning. Also against Optic, really, really good performance. And also in the case of losing against Kinguin, did a quite good job there. Means that, well, this guy is definitely someone to look out for. Maybe there was just a little bit of a slip-up there against the lads of LDLC. Where in the end they came back though quite well. I mean, I wouldn't say the start was quite shaky. That's something to mention. But the Sprout we've seen on Mirage, that was especially what I loved so much was all the support we saw from Percy coming in. Remember maybe the underpass flash? Beautifully done. The A-side flashbang that allowed Native Safix to take a bit more look at A main. This is support. This is exactly what you need.
I mean, very good team play from Sprout and Mirage, no doubt about it. And also, I think, if you think back to Nuke, there were some crucial rounds for Sprout in the beginning. So, in the beginning we saw it's a 1-0 for LDLC, then Sprout winning the first buy, then LDLC winning the first buy. So in the end, I think there was 2 or 3 rounds where Sprout wasn't really finishing the clutches. And in the end, it looked so dominant from LDLC, although I think it wasn't as dominant as it looked.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it didn't look sloppy. Let's say it like that. It definitely didn't look sloppy in the end, because what you would expect from Sprout was this more tactical approach. One of the best teams in Germany, second one in Germany.
Yeah.
Full stop. No doubt about it. So I just hope to see this Sprout deliver more and more in the future. As much as I doubt them, because I don't know, I'm never an optimistic person. I'm very doubtful. That's a horrible trait. But at the end of the day, let's see what will come with them. I mean, they're not together for too long. This team has been playing for some time together, but not for too much. I mean, in total, so far, Faven is just not even 2 months. Sprout.
I mean, 2 months seem for some players like a really long time, but if you have a team and you need to make some tactics, maybe some setups, 2 months are nothing, especially on 7 different maps. I mean, it takes time. It takes so much time. Yeah.
I mean, that was a thing, talking to Speedy, he didn't want to comment on their map pool, because he said himself, we have to fix a lot there.
Yeah.
That's very, very obvious, because this team is lacking a lot regarding that aspect. I mean, still a team to look out for, but when you take a look at it, never played Overpass in the last 3 months, never won Dust 2 in the past 3 months, never won Cash in the past 3 months, and Mirage lost 60% of the time they've played.
Yeah.
So that result just versus LDLC showed us a little bit of a different story.
So now we see Surson on a scout. Of course, no money for an op. As I mentioned many times before, that's the thing with the economy. If you lose the first, you do full eco on the second, you normally don't have enough money for an op. So Surson on a scout. Oh, and Faven, great entry.
That's the entry you need in those occasions. Right now it's Console holding the side pretty much all on his own, making it a 3 versus 3. Count out Hunden as another Dane falls. Sirison will run out of options at that point. Bomb's going down, the man doesn't hit his shot, Molotov will block his movement, and Percy finished the case.
It's a fast round from Sprout, and yeah, they're adjusting the shots, especially if you compare it to LDLC. I think Sprout is had some warm up this time around, and again they're going for outside control. Addicts, of course, nearly a full eco with some Deagles and a ZZ, and we can see Surson probably doing 1 big eco to buy the op next round.
Console very, very aggressive in that one. The approach he's doing there is very aggressive. And Sirison looks like Hide the Pain Herald a little in that picture. It's like,
yeah, a little bit.
This is like the feeling when they're all rushing banana and you're the only one there. This is like Sirison's picture is like he knows 5 players are coming down banana and he's the only one having maybe, I don't know, a Molotov and an AK. But right now, the pain is understandable. Sprout taking this one 4-0 already. And Hunden laying there somewhere at the nuclear power plant.
Yeah, so let's see if Atex has some impact now. If Surson on the op, I mean Sprout still no op on NATO. Spiddy keeping the Mac 10, I guess they will go for fast hit again. We can see them all moving towards the inside. With Dennis taking the aggression, going down vents. Maybe even unnoticed, but I think they should know that he could have gone down the vents. Now Dennis trying to create some chaos. And we can see Atex already rotating. Great strike from Dennis. But Surson with the op, you can see the impact he has already. 2 big frags, and he isn't done yet.
No, he's far away from that. And Sirison, someone who was really being brought up when Hunden joined the team. That's been a while ago, actually. Because he never used to play the op, for example. Then really got maybe kind of forced. But he has developed in, if not, the best op in Germany.
Yeah.
Because, well, Big doesn't have a German op, of course.
Yeah, I agree.
So, this guy is definitely nuts in what he's doing. Hunden hits Dennis, but there is someone who might be coming in as a joker, and that's Speedy. Doesn't hit the second one, can't connect the spray, goes through. But NATO Safix also has something to speak and something to say. He has, very obviously, the only 2 frags we have seen from a German right now on the side of Alternate came from Surson. 5-0. Great entries he delivered, but that was not enough.
Attack's really having some problems just to hold off those fast pushes from Sprout. And it feels even much easier for Sprout right now. If you compare it to LDLC, where we saw Sprout really having to struggle winning those duels, and now they just rush just through attacks with no problems.
And as the bomb is just coming down, I mean, I'm very honestly not even surprised by Sprout. I think they might have not shown us their full potential, or maybe had a bad start.
Yeah, I agree.
Grenade hitting Hunden's head. Trying to get a bit of information, but I mean, didn't really help. Finding Searson would be perfect. The man logically hides himself. Florian Rische. The good Rishens meme. Classic.
Maybe we need a new team with Schnetger and Rische.
Schnetger and the Schnetger Rishens. I think Schnetger could be like... no, that was Quince. Quince sounds like, I think, also a part of a town somewhere in the States.
Yeah.
I live in New York, Queens. And you? I live in Chicago, Queens. We got a real nice estate there. Yeah, you're laughing. And a little bit of a lesson, by the way, for all the people interested in how to really pronounce names. It's not Sarison, actually Tsuozon.
Yeah.
But for people who speak English natively, it's, I guess, quite hard. And then we go on. STFN is Stefan, of course, and well, the rest is quite obvious. Talking about him, Stefan finds an easy shot onto Speed. He didn't really see much, but gets Richter's head. But at the same time, Percy and Dennis, they make this all quite fast, all quite easy, and it looks pretty brutal what they're delivering, but not really paying attention to which angle Hunden could hold. Then finds Percy, and the man himself not really delivering too many shots. Didn't really seem focused, didn't even deal a single point of damage on any of them. Whilst Fabian seems focused. Takes a lot of damage from it. He definitely saw that. A beautiful one to the Searson. That's the way to shut Risha down. Let's back up on the position. And tries to use that position for himself. Hunden and Console, 2 Danes alive. 3 right now in this round in total. That was a Sprouts Faven taken out. But can Natus Safik return the favor? Because there's a defuse happening. He somehow needs to find it, but Hunden, he guards his teammate. And there's number 1 for alternate attacks.
It's the first round for Athletics, and I think it just won the aim duel. So Sprout, they keep on playing this very, not loose style, but I would say that they're trying to create some chaos. Always lurking somewhere, always just making their place. We saw, I think, Percy going for the ramp hit, getting the entry and ramp. We saw someone outside getting a frag, so it's all around, just going for the entries.
I mean, it were just small mistakes that cost them the round. Like we just mentioned, Percy on the ramp.
Yeah.
Peeking a little too far where Hunden still was standing, and right now Console finds 2. Pensky joins the fragging. And Percy's gonna be file man. It's just turn around quite fast. Doesn't take a duel instantly again. Fortunately for him, that Molotov directly extinguished. 6-2. Alternate. Well, they're showing a bit of a sign of life, but how long can they last?
I mean, so far I think Sprout, it seems like they have somewhere to go and they're just trying to play as fast as they can. Going for the rushes into the hall, into the ramp. And this time maybe taking it a little bit slow. We can see again some outside aggression done. But it's only 1 player on the outside. The other 4 players are waiting. Maybe we'll see just a fake outside. It's gonna be the A hit. Oh, especially Hunden needs to make this frag.
But the thing is, whatever they're doing, Sprout got 6 continuous rounds full of money. It's not like they were always brought down to 1 or 2 players. They were really flawless or nearly flawless situations. Speedy with a very crucial frag. But it all turns around just in a matter of seconds, and that means Fabian to show us what he's made of. He got 60 seconds to make a play. With 60 seconds, he usually can make a play, down to 25 as Searson spotted him. Spray only works on one, down to 3. Don't count Joseph Baumann out yet. As many options. Oh no, the poor man. That was a major risk he was taking there.
I mean, he was very confident that Stefan wouldn't give up his position and push forward. I guess he was hoping that Stefan would be a little bit intimidated by Faven and playing it passively. And Faven just going straight for the bomb.
Right now, what we've obviously been seeing is Sprout dealing a lot of damage, even if they lost a round, which hurts their economy a bit. And Faven is way faster than the previous one, shutting out Hunden as well, which should have been an easy one regarding free HP onto the young Baumann. And now, back to the headquarter.
Maybe there could be a new nickname for Faven.
Young Baumann?
Little Bow Wow.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Little Bow Wow?
Yeah.
Like, how did you come up with that?
I just made it up. I'm such a creative person.
I think Young Baumann would make more sense, like from all the rapper names. Young Uban, just Stuttgart rapper.
Do you know how tall Faven is?
I met him. He's, I think, as tall as I am.
Okay, little doesn't cut it right.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. Little rappers.
I mean, yeah, right. They're not.
I don't know if Lil Pump is that little.
But I mean, Baumann, and his performance is mostly wow. So, little Bow Wow.
Yeah, I see. How many points did you get in German class back then?
It was my best subject. Sadly.
Why are you lying?
I'm not lying, but
You're
I know why you doubt my German skills.
Serbian flag on HLTV profile. That's enough. That's the doubt, all the doubt I need. Right now, though, Percy is going to get Searson off away from his position. That's so well done, and that's exactly how he can take control. Approach the B site, cautious but fast. At the same time, Speedy is losing his head due to the Max 7. Great shotgun option. Percy's going to be very patient about it. Searson holds a tiled angle. Once he peeks around, this might be already his end. The nade puts him down to 8. And Searson doesn't even move. This man is focused. His focus might pay off, but Dennis is forward advancing quite far. When does he find Searson? He doesn't even check him. They just passed each other. And this is right now where Stefan might think that no player can come from ramp because they're Searson, but now he finds Percy. He should have heard the shot. There he gets him. Dennis arrives a little late and also surprised from most of the players. Searson's angle. So he comes through that, but the spray works out. And now Faben, NATO, and Dennis. The B side open for business. You could grab it if you would like to, but there's not too much time left. And Console, I see bad things happening. A Max 7, close range, a plant, an open door. That's a free invitation. Because he hopes players are moving in this direction, but right now, it's not going to work that easily. Console down to 13, Hunden no reacting. They're getting an NATO down, and so together and united, they try to make it through the door. It needs to be Dennis. Oh, we've taken a major risk in this. Hunden takes him out in the end. Very exposed he was, and so alternate. Losing players all over the place again and again and again, while Sprout can still keep up a quite decent economy.
One detail I would like to focus on is Spiddy in his role as a lurker. So I think against LDLC he was quite effective, or at least LDLC didn't expect Spiddy in his lurking position. And just looking at attacks, you can see attacks has played Sprout so many times that they know exactly how Spiddy likes to play. And his lurks are maybe less effective than against other teams who don't know Sprout that well.
I mean, that's the thing. German scene, it's always different with national duels.
Yeah.
Right? With domestic duels. Because you know each other for so long, and you understand the players. You know the players personally as well in most
Exactly.
cases. So it's really different in that scenario. It's really something which you have to like put in account.
Yeah.
There.
And they probably play each other every season at least 4 times. So
Yeah. I mean, they play Meisterschaft regularly,
Yeah.
for example.
MDL maybe even. so-
MDL used to play 99 Damage League, but that's a while ago. So Sprout, they definitely know their opponent, but it also goes the other way around. And Dennis,
No.
oh no. Stefan says, thank you very much for having my back, but there's still Tensky. He finally found by Favin, but he got way too many casualties. As the Predator found its prey, still 2 more to go. Searson is going to be blocked off for the moment, so no option for Alternate to deny that plan to happen. But Stefan Nate goes deep, announces himself. Players should know where both of those individuals are right now. And the flashbang from Searson seems to be the perfect supportive tool. Speedy doesn't even check that position for his right-hand side. He just appears. Could find him easily, and he does. But he jumps down. Searson is on the same height, but Favin pumps some 762 in his head. And that's so unfortunate when you just got that AK. Sorry, that AWP in that situation. He took his time with that one. Hurt him. Oh, the flick was then nice. Clean. Crisp. That brings Alternate down to just those pistols. Searson starts things off with a Dennis. From behind, Favin also arrives. Sundin tries to make his shot count. Puts Percy down to 46. But Secret seems to be our ticket to the B site.
It looks like Sprout has a very good chance of taking this map. If you compare it to LDLC, to the match against LDLC, Sprout's really struggling on the T side. And now, probably getting the 9th round, unless Console has something to say about it.
Probably not thinking about it.
Oh.
It shouldn't work for the team of Alternate at that point. As right now, one AK will be saved. ZZ in the hands of Tensky. A long-range door for ZZ is something ballsy. Shooting at a tank with paper bullets. That's sort of how it feels. But we had that idea. I mean, I had that idea. I want that when you have $16,000.
Yeah.
All 5 players can merge together in one player, 5 meters tall, 3 meters wide, having 500 HP, but only 1 gun. And they decide which player will play that role.
The only problem I see is you have no advantage being huge in CSGO.
Yeah, but you have to have a disadvantage that you have 500 HP.
Yeah, but I mean, that's 1 AWP headshot and maybe 2 more bullets. So
Yeah.
I'm not quite convinced that any team
You're just a
would,
hater.
would use the tactic or
That's
the
not
option.
what it's about.
It's about the style. It's about the
Like
message.
the Zeus.
Okay.
Does it have any sense? Not really. We see Sprout majorly making it work by taking those bomb sites. Not any pre-elimination they do. Searson just seeing a bit of the hips of Percy, and this is right now a very good opportunity for him. And I'm a little bit confused. When he shot, it looked like he hit glass. And that, I'm not quite sure if the Molotov, that's not working. You can't shoot you can shoot nades.
No, you can't shoot. Yeah.
So maybe it was actually the Molotov he was hitting, and that was actually denying him the frag. Which would have been so unfortunate for Searson. It looked like
You're
that
right.
for a second. Console, though, got a really good angle about this. If anyone wants to come close, Joseph taken away.
Nice try.
The op switching it over to the AK, but ladders and shotguns. No idea what could go wrong with that.
I think you're right with Molotov. I had one situation where I survived also an AWP hit by throwing a grenade. So maybe we can see it in the replay right now. It would be nice.
We're gonna
And
see it in a second, but well, Stefan would be happy if he would keep this one for himself, and I don't think that the hunt of Sprout is gonna be that massive because they don't have those big bucks left for themselves anymore. But it's alternate really giving Sprout a good bit of room to breathe, and we saw a few of those fast situations where they played a little faster. It really made them be the outstanding team in this. Not even getting the gun, and now we're gonna see what happens. Okay, Sirson. So, it's the first. Oh no. He hit the glass, did he? It looked like he hit the glass. It looked the particles flying away didn't look like metal to me. You didn't see the shine. You didn't see the shining.
Yeah, I know what you
the shining light that comes from it.
I mean, that's probably 1 in a million chance, but that's CSGO sometimes.
True. Round number 15. Console is a major Mech 7 fan, in case you didn't know.
Is Biddy already out of the squeaky door? I'm not sure if anyone is covering this angle. Silson going for the aggression. Now Stefan maybe with the answer. Finding at least one, finding two, and even finding the third. I don't know how he was able to do so much damage on console. A little back massage for Spiddy.
Hopefully his spine is okay. Well, his face is probably right now scattered around the entire position. 5 to 10. Sprout switching over to the side where they actually feel more comfortable at, or what we have at least seen against the lads of LDLC. Statistically speaking, around 20 percentage points better when it comes down to defending, and that makes a lot of sense. When we take a look at the scoreboard real quick, we've seen nothing too crazy happening. It's a Speedy on 14-9, it's a Fabian on 12-9. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
It's nothing insane we're having here. Really balanced stats. And Sprout making it work.
Yeah, we see it at X right now. 1 smoke, 1 nade, 1 flash from Hunden. And Sprout also. Smoke and a fuse kit on NATO, and then it's opening up the round. A beautiful headshot on Surson. Nearly finding the second, and there it is. Only Stefan, Console, and Hunden left.
And the alternate side still rushing through. Hoping to find anything in this. And the thing at the Percy is a little disgusting right here, but the players are standing in front of the 2 choke points, which is not making it that comfortable for themselves. Then it's just waited out until they might decide to switch positions. And Stefan definitely going to be a crucial one in this. They still got that bomb down. Kid is onto NATO, so the possibility to get a little bit delayed the fuse is possible. Now they're rushing all into the site. Into his right hand. This is still not looking good, but that was beautiful of Speedy. Checking only the door. Favin finds the final one. Stefan is the last alternate player to fall down on the ground. The console never died first in the round. It just sat there by grid, which makes a lot of sense. Support player, no reason to really peek first.
I'd really like for Adex going for a full buy with 4 UMPs, maybe even 5 UMPs. I would have loved to see some AKs being dropped, but it seems like it's going to be full on UMP rush on the outside.
This might alleviate the loss of the round number 1 they've had. But I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. Oh, Dennis with a beautiful spray down onto Stefan. 1 player lost, 1 quite wounded, and maybe with a bandage on his arm. And Hunden hopes for any players to just come by and say hello. Speedy has the right idea to this. Doesn't see himself lying in the ground yet. Very lucky for him. The nade is beautiful. Then takes the head of Tensky, puts it into 2. That's just beautiful. How has Speedy even so much movement freedom? Oh, that's amazing. Hunden being the only individual left. And suddenly, it's Nikolai Petersen. That was to finish. That was way to finish. But anyway, he's finished, of course. 7-round difference. Sprout continuing. Alternate brought down to just those pistols.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good for Ethics right now. Now it's the full eco again, at least. Next round, they will be able to buy an AWP. NATO still on a scout, and we can see Spiddy and Faven also playing the SMG. I would like to see from Ethics, especially in the next round, where they know that Ethics will buy again a push from Spiddy. I mean, this time around he knows they have economy, eco, they have no money left. There will be no weapons, only pistols. That's some money he can farm. Look at his team play.
That's beautiful. Moving out, Searson. Might try to get the play. Oh, jumps down, takes a knife. Searson, a man for the smoke, appearing with a knife.
Very optimistic.
Scary situation, and he's like, stay down, son. Stay down, Rishin. No Rishins allowed here. This is a Rishin-free zone.
Zone, yeah. Spiddy now on the AWP, and I hope we see again a very aggressive play from Sprout right now. But it doesn't seem like it. Dennis still holding passively, also Percy. Yeah, Sprout playing it safe. Especially now Spiddy, since he upgraded to the AWP. There's no need to try something aggressive. They're the only one still with his SMG in hand, playing the bonus round. And NATO finding Surson.
So beautiful. This is right now the duel of the offers already going wrong for the German AWP. Astute, a switch, and with a lot of artifice. Sprout is playing. No doubt a team that we might see climbing further and further in the future, but first of all, it's a Hunden who takes out a Speedy who climbed up the railing, then popped a single bullet in his head. Well done by Nikolai Peterson, but this might end badly for the team. Really interesting, going through hell and then for outside is a little bit of unusual play, but there's someone who's guarding this position. Not quite sure if Dennis has been spotted. They're just playing around each other. Now he has seen him, but Console is there in time. And Hunden, the support flash, doesn't get Percy. First shot working, second one's not really there. And Favin with the UMP definitely doesn't have the best gun in all of those scenarios. But 12 on Console should make him easy to be found. Taps him just away with a single bullet. Now it's time for his teammate to arrive. And NATO Safix, it's a perfect support in this. Stefan comes wide, pops a beautiful headshot into the player. NATO still has a P250. Can make it work with that. One taps him away. Stefan, you're out of this round.
Yeah, never doubt NATO if you can make it.
A confident smile.
Yeah.
This man has. And for a very good reason. He has that confident smile, giving the team the number 14. And then we take a look at it again.
I mean, most players will just to be sure, at least
Clicked.
try to shoot a second bullet, but he was so confident in that one bullet. Yeah, 14 to 15, 14 to 5. 15 would be amazing for Ethics right now.
That's what you could call a tasty shot. That was really
Delicious.
delicious.
I mean, Attack so far we haven't seen anything innovative or even something resembling an execute on Nuke. More or less always a default, trying to go on the picks, but Sprout always the ones finding the opening kills. And now Attacks again playing very slow, just hoping for some aggression from Sprout. Now late in the round we see them go outside. Interesting smoke from Dennis. So blocking off.
Is it a one-way?
Some kind of... I'm not sure.
I think the intention was to be one-way, but I think the outside smokes alternate.
Yeah.
Block the actual one-way vision. And now they're coming all from the garage towards A main. Percy. Now we got the info. Now we got the flashbang. Now we got the right idea. First player flash doesn't really help, but there's the support that came in for NATO. Can find another, but through the HUD they were too fast. And Dennis gets taken out, though he has the AUG. Pretty much an anomaly. That shouldn't work. The Natus Affix. If he wants to switch weapons, he will make a sound cue of a gun being dropped. Anyone who's nearby who's going to hear it, and they definitely know where he's going to play from. The money would be there for him to buy another one. But when we take a look in Speedy, Natus Affix is basically, well, the bourgeoisie there at Sprout. And he has to pay the Sprout taxes. For Speedy, of course.
Yeah, and even maybe for Faven, so...
It would be Percy probably doing that.
Yeah, but I mean, Faven won't be able to buy for himself properly, so I hope NATO will drop 2 weapons, one for Speedy, one for Faven.
Yeah, okay, would make sense.
I mean, he has the money, even for... Not for 2 M4s right now, after buying the nades, but at least for 1 M4, maybe one FAMAS. Yep, there it is.
And logically, giving it to Faven, of course. Best decision in this.
Yeah. And of course, if Sprout are able to win this round, this could be game over because attacks themselves not that much money. And already finding NATO. NATO a little bit too optimistic with his timing. But there's still Dennis waiting.
Yana was fast though,
yeah.
Up on the silo. Those legs moved fast. And Speedy is going to stay in the corner. We haven't seen him previously. With the outside control they want to take at the moment. The problematic situation in all of this would be, though, Sprout losing right now would mean this team will then be forced into an eco. Talking about it, Dennis starts. And the beautiful thing is, Percy has not been announced. He didn't make the shot. It was Dennis instead who then allowed Percy to not really announce himself. Dennis, Faven, and right now Speedy still have the opportunity to take this. He peeks out. Tensky not even seen. Still taps him away. And this must be a tilter. Yet the sort of idea in that range this guy is, just shoot through. And he got it anyway. That is how Sprout should secure themselves the number 15.
Yeah, I mean, Dennis really carrying hard right now. We saw him already carry against LDLC on Mirage. I mean, at least in this round, he was the impact fragger, and in the end, it's Speedy finishing off. Yeah, 6 to 15.
Now we can see
the one tap through the smoke. Even 3 bullets.
He saw the tracers, so
yeah,
it's sort of in that right. It's like Pip-Boy, a Fallout.
Yeah.
You know, he just sees him and just chooses this direction and then makes this sound, you know?
Yeah. And as you mentioned, of course, now attacks. Some crazy buy, 1 AK, 1 Galil, some Deagles, and that's it. Not much equipment left. That is getting spent through the wall a little bit. And it's Tensky on the outside, hoping to find Dennis somewhere. Oh, NATO whiffing a shot, and now he needs to be careful. Molotoving right in front of him. Push through the Molotov.
No. Staffen somehow survived. It was actually Hunden surviving that. Did Searson just grab that for the wall?
I'm not quite sure. I think it was in front of the wall, but maybe you're getting old, same as me.
Sure. With my face, I'm never getting old. This is always producing hip words. Saying what the cool kids say. And that's a little weird, what we're seeing right there. Hunden, either the way there was no communication or he wants to stick to the Galil on purpose because there was an op on ramp. They still had the time to switch it over, throwing it to him. Didn't do so. Let's see if Joseph Bauman has anything to say about it. Well, Searson, the Galil is in his hands for a good reason, it seems to be. But Percy still got the time to deny it, and Dennis might have the right call to action. Finds the first. Another player to find would be Hunden. He now announced himself. Dennis just needs to pass and get his shot in this guy's head. Very well done. 16-6. Total opposite of what we've seen against LDLC. Yeah. Especially a solid CT site we've received here. Percy disrespecting Hunden. Danish banter, I imagine.
Yeah.
That Danish banter. Will it continue, well, on our second map or not? Will we actually see the lads give us what we're looking for? We're going to figure that out in just a bit. Train is going to be map number 2. United Masters League will come in with the final one in just a bit. We'll just be right back. struggling. That's what you could call it there for alternate attacks. It didn't work out at all there against Sprout. 16-6, clear. Just simply crisp, clean, perfect, really well done. A lot of great performance we have seen from individuals, but also the entire team play, especially that support aspect we have seen once more really shining on this lovely bit of Nuke.
Yeah, I mean, Sprout was the better team on every level. If you look individually, I would say Sprout was better. If you look on a technical level, Sprout was way better. Atex not really playing anything on the T side, just going for a default, trying to find the opening picks. But because they're individually playing worse, of course, they're just getting those entry kills on the side of Sprout. And yeah, and the team play, of course. I mean, the pop flashes from Sprout, the communication looked very, very on point. And I think if Sprout continues this trend, especially now on train against Atex, I think this could be also a fast one with 16-5 or something like that.
I mean, especially when we take a look at it, NATO Safix, first round, already played it very smart, was low HP, found already 4 players, then just bought time and time and time, and it was ticking away, made it work, and there was a 6-0 streak going in favor of Sprout, and they kept that streak going, basically with the first half ending quite good, quite decent, not as good as it could have ended, technically speaking, but from then on, you saw just how good it worked. Dennis with a nice few shots for the smoke. Well, and a team of alternate attacks not stepping up as much as you would know. Searson, a real good Searson would have been a great tool in all of this. Like, if he would consistently frag in the way we know him, I think he has something above a 1.15 rating on HLTV, that would have been exactly the guy you need in this.
Yeah, I think, first of all, he got the AWP very late into the game after, I think, only 5 or 6 rounds, because Atex was just going for those fast buys. And as I explained earlier, if Atex lose the first round, then they go for the equip buy in the third round where there's no money for an AWP. So then they lose this round again, they need to do an eco, so it's only the 5th round where you can buy the AWP finally, and it's way too late.
Well, way too late. We're thankfully not way too late for Train, where Sprout and alternate attacks are going to fight for the final one. Draw or a win? We're going to figure that out.
A lot of equipment on the side of alternate. We see Hunden with 1 Molotov, 2 flashes, even Console, buying some grenades, and Tensky with 1 smoke and 2 flashes. So very equipment heavy. And Faven needs to be careful. He's getting pushed from all sides.
Well, Faven just staying in smoke. Looking that he doesn't overextend in that one. Hopes that the Glock shots are not coming towards him, but he still has the option to come around. Faven plays a little bit around the entire map, and this Speedy arrives in time, or more likely it's just around the corner in time. With Console, they're getting Percy. 1 man on the side of Sprout still doesn't carry around armor. The fun story is nobody on alternate carries around armor. Every one of them. Every single player right now on the server. Aim punch is a real deal here. So Faven has been announced, has been known, has been spotted, tries his best, deals good damage onto Tensky. Down to 7 HP himself, smokes himself in. And now what? Teleport, disappear. Hide and seek. Is this hide and seek? Oh, Tensky left and right. I mean, he didn't disappear. This is not a Houdini trick, so in the end, he's still there. And it says, like, okay, enough of the bullshit. Let's go.
I mean, nice try from Faven. A little bit optimistic that Atex wouldn't check this position after the smoke, but yeah, and interesting buy from Sprout with 3 scouts right now. Only NATO able to also afford West on his side, and Searson not letting the smoke go off yet. And it's Atex going for the inner hit, and Speedy, come on. I told him, at least, I want to see at least 1 taser kill today. Yes!
There you go!
Yes!
Satisfying from Speedy. The lovely sound of the scream, NATO Suffix. He might just continue. What?
Yeah.
That was, I think, not 100% intended. But it worked. Tensky, a little bit in a different direction. The MP5 SD does its job. But at least it takes your kill. That's satisfying. That's a satisfying start. When it certainly starts screaming.
I suppose Sprout didn't expect Atex to just rush into the inner side.
There he
There you go.
Ah.
Perfect. I mean, if it doesn't work out with the casting, you can still go into into the
No!
radio.
Ah, Speedy. That was the opportunity to do it again. Second frag with Zeus in one game. Two
be
rounds
nice.
consecutive would have been perfect. NATO Sapphic though. Dying in the end. 3-0 alternates. This is, well, not very surprising. Their pick. Decided that for a good reason. On paper, Train,
Yeah.
50% win rates. The most times they've lost has been a little bit tight. Somehow only not against Tricked, which is a little weird.
And we can see the double op set up on Sprout. Dennis and NATO both playing the op, and it's Console finding the opening kill on Percy. Maybe a little bit overextended, but nice flick from NATO. Nearly finding a second.
Oh, that would have been too nice. Looked like a magic trick, a flick flack and a backspin. Then it would have been a 10 out of 10, but the kill didn't even happen. The 2 versus 2 is a situation Speedy and Dennis need to work with. Doesn't seem to be a real challenge for the German duo that had their first test game together back in 2013 with Toby, where they played back at Enro Griffins.
Ah, yeah.
That's like, you need to be a real nerd to know Enro Griffins. Or real old. What's the other alternative?
Probably both.
Best of both worlds. But yeah, they had their test game with Toby, and in the message, Speedy said in a sarcastic way that after that test game, he expects that Toby and Dennis are going to announce an activity as bad as the test game went. Well, that was a long time ago. Now Hunden, not going to get punished. The man has the op in his hand. Someone you don't really see playing that much, but well, the shooting gallery in the air. Olympic shooting. And the discs are flying from left, right, and center, and one of them was called Hunden.
Speedy even recovering the second up for NATO again. But alternate, still some money left. Probably no op for Surson. Surson has no money at all. He doesn't even get a pistol. He has only a Glock and one smoke. Okay, my bad. There was a op on the ground he just picked up. It would be strange if no one just dropped him anything. And now the double aggression onto Ivy. We can see the boost happening.
It was taken out. That was nice. A bit of the gap over the smoke that helped him. Speedy's aggression. How well does it pay off? Well, it might pay off quite well. He just needs patience. This man just needs patience. There he comes with one. Can't hide himself. Can help his players to buy some time. Tensky blocking his own way. Does he go through? He burned himself! This is even worse because I think this even gives your opponent more money due to suicide.
I'm not quite sure how it works.
But that's phenomenal. He's taken that risk. Very ballsy indeed. And then dies by his own Molotov. And Faven gets one. Might put Stefan to sleep as well. Takes the height advantage. Plays left, right, and center, but there he goes.
Yeah, you could call it a Danish tragedy. Not a Greek, but a Danish tragedy.
Tragedy,
yeah.
isn't it? Don't you mean tragedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess just Speedy was probably hitting him with the AUG with 2 free shots, and in the end, the last 2 ticks from Molotov were enough to put him to bed. And also full eco for Alex again. We can see a fast B rush, Speedy Molotoving, buying some time for his teammates to rotate. The nade should work.
There it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Number 5. Number 5. Speedy. This is all yours. You don't have a Zeus. Doesn't matter. Gets the ace anyway. Beautifully done.
Oh, Nate He didn't even get the ace.
Didn't he?
No. There's one player who is not a real teammate on the roster right now.
Who was it?
NATO.
Those Danes. You know, it usually is beware of Greeks bringing gifts,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there it's Danes bringing gifts. Acting like a nice friend, smiling, friendly, looking always nice in the camera for the interviews, but then stealing your ace. What's next? Stealing Dennis as your friend? Who knows? First of all, Dennis and Faven. Finding Max in the end. But right now, Nito got a lot of control.
SPD just spotting the other bomb side. Now he can call for his teammates, but it's not the bomb he saw. Bomb is still rotating. Console taking his time. Now they should know that the bomb was on its way. That they're not really going for it. NATO could find both frags with the right timing. He doesn't check his left side. He just missed them. Both players already down to pop like no one guarding the A side. So everyone missing everyone. NATO probably doesn't know that they already are on the A side. But the good thing is they won't expect him so fast from behind.
That shouldn't be the case. There he comes, Console. Eliminated. Speedy now knows where Tensky stands. Sprout shouldn't even have any problems with this. With ease. In this best of two, Sprout already leading. I mean, they got a tie earlier on. So that helped them a bit with the point situation. Right now, by the way, leading the standings is LDLC. 1 win, 1 tie. Also got Valiance Tricked coming in with a 100% win rate. Right now, technically speaking, Sprout could also climb up that ladder, share the position together with LDLC, but we're going to see. I mean, Sprout has a especially really good round difference.
Yeah.
With that 16-1. 16-6 even helps that as well.
Mm.
And let's see how that one will go. Percy saw a little bit off the barrel
The
of
bomb.
Hunden. Oh, and there he falls down. At first. Oh, and Sirasan. This was the bait. He sends in the corpse of Hunden first, throws him down, and he's like, who was that?
I mean, even when Hunden is dead, he's still supporting his teammates with
Great
his
guy.
corpse.
Thanks, Hunden.
That's a real team player.
It's like when you buy in Trouble in Terrorist Town the fake corpse.
Yeah.
Sprout 5-3, getting the late night bread right now. Also alternates. Started off quite decently, but started to struggle a little with this.
NATO again going for aggressive push into the middle. And so far, I mean, attacks always are trying to get the Ivy control. And so far, Faven and Dennis are doing a great job of contesting Ivy every round. Now they have information. No one is Ivy. Dennis can hold the off angle. We can see NATO instantly rotating to the inner side because they know no one is Ivy. Probably they won't go for the A hit right now. And
There
NATO
it comes. Beautifully done. Takes out Sirson. Speedy. Behind the Inferno, the devil awaits him. And that is Hunden taking him out in the end. But Percy might hit the right timing. Sprays him away. Smoke might pop, but man advantage is there. And Sprout could just use that to make it all so coordinated. But Tensky sneaking in from behind. Probably it's not going to be anyone expecting him, but then it starts to fragging. That's Console out. Up the ladder, you don't have any accuracy. Favin tries his best. Comes around, goes for the smoke, sees that a player might just come from top. The Molotov doesn't allow it. He could defuse. He could just defuse. He doesn't even do it. He just now could start it. Could find a second, and Favin does! 2 points of health. But this clutch hero, who's just 18 years old, does what he loves, and that's mad fragging. Take a look at
Yeah.
it again.
And I mean,
The understanding, he
Yeah.
fakes it,
Yeah.
goes out of smoke again, swings wide, and this is a one-way. He should have seen him the other way around before.
and even I mean, everything was so perfect. The smoke popped right onto the bomb because the bomb was planted on top of the train. He Molotoved upper ramp. He just faked it. So he's using all the utility. Normally you would say just tap the bomb and try your best to out aim them. And Faven is a strong aimer, but he still goes one step further with all the grenade usage. This time Dan is not able to find the opening against Sirson, and Faven is a little bit.
Oh, Percy's. Oh no. He survives. Have it.
Ah,
A
so
little bit of
close.
scene. And who's got the X-ray on first? It's NATO. There we go.
Okay.
Someone had to do it.
Yeah.
There was a smoke, 2 oppers. Who's going to hit the shot first of all? And Percy, that's a really interesting guy. Only has 3% of Sprout kills. That's harsh, if you think about it. But
Yeah.
well, as Dennis, Speedy, and NATO are performing quite well, and now it only comes down to a single Dane on the Sprout side. When will he be spotted? No. Oh, no. He had the P250 in hand. But it couldn't be more unfortunate for him.
Well, it's a P250, and I mean, 2 players close by, so you need to hit every shot perfectly to make anything out of it. I mean, Sprout still have enough money left. On the other hand, Attacks, just a little bit of money in the bank. If Sprout is able to win this round, Attacks will be maybe forced already into another force buy. Percy playing it close with the max 7. Nice touchdown on Cohen, so nearly finding the second. Then it's Tensky with the trade kill. And NATO again going for the aggression.
That looked very similar to the play we had from Amanek yesterday against 3D Max.
Yeah.
The last 7 occurrences where Sprout was playing this map, Dennis came up with a 1.24 rating in total.
And we can see right now Dennis is holding a very aggressive angle on the B side. Yeah, and that's why we have 3 players on A right now, and only Dennis holding the inner side, which could work out perfectly because we see attacks are going for this A hit.
Right now, Nate Suffix seeing a teammate, a more likely opponent flashing himself. Perfect crossfire, but Speedy puts him down to 4. And Sirison continues. Haven't got a little bit of a buffet up ahead. If he makes his shot count, which he really could do, then you got an easy task up ahead of him. The question is, how much will Sirison capitalize on the angle he holds? Because right now the op starts to come. Does Dennis see him beforehand? Nope. Not gonna happen. He has the right angle to find this. Perfectly done. Gets a shot onto Hunden. There's an angle to see for Faven perfectly. A tiny gap he sees, but the tiny gap is enough to make his opponent fall. And so Tensky, 56 HP. Molotov blocking him with the left-hand side. Stands stiff behind the electric box. And Faven flying himself that number 7. I'm really enjoying the Sprout play. Really do.
Yeah, I mean, especially the clutches are very well played from both sides. We see Faven taking his time because they won't expect him to be so close at his position. After they got Spiddy and it was NATO in the middle. And now maybe the last buy Ethics can afford before going to Eco after losing a round. Susan again on the up. But not that much equipment on the side of Ethics. We can see only 3 smokes, 1 Molotov, and now the only 1 Molotov is gone.
Don't die on me, please. I know it's late, but just don't die. Well, probably the same motto goes for Alternate right now in Pop Dog. Percy support flashes, Stair finds one, can connect to the second. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's just perfect. I think it was actually Dennis throwing that. I'm not quite sure about it. Should have been him when we take a look at the proximity.
Yeah.
That's the way you get 2 easy entries. And this is how a real good supportive system works. Suddenly only down to Stefan and Sirison. And the thing is, you can't really counter that in that moment. In that specific moment, you have no chance to counter that. You're just lost and hope that the shots you're just shooting in one direction while your eyes are fully wide are working. And Dennis tagging Stefan. Sirson interested in going first. Oh, that was smartly done. Shoots a little too early. Therefore, he can utilize it. Wrong timing from Favin. Sirson taken out anyway. Stefan coming around with that one frag onto NATO. A little bit surprising he even gets that, but finally shut down. Faven gets one frag after another. The guy is really performing right now on train.
Yeah. Yeah, not dying once in the last five rounds. I mean, the only thing you could say against Ethics right now, I mean, the pop flash was very well timed, but normally you would see on a real high level, top tier team that one player is always waiting for a pop flash, so he's just hiding in the corner where he's not able to get flash. Now it's just a straight up B hit, hoping to plant the bomb. Yeah.
This is a shooting gallery.
Yeah, no bomb plant.
The butchers are called Speedy, Thavinator, Sapphic, Dennis, and Percy. Not delivering a good Snedger, but...
Not yet.
Not yet, but delivering a good, nice frags on alternate.
So it's NATO with the arc right now. That's interesting. I don't know if it's on purpose or just someone forgot to...
No.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
that is a real in-your-face shot, and this is now Percy going even worse!
What's happening right now?
Up close with one of those guys! And not only up close he is, he then sprays through left, right, and center, makes a little flick with his mouse to the right-hand side, and has an open buffet of free alternate players. Which one will I grab first? Where do I go middle? Which one is my dessert? He picked them all right. That was a round you could really sum up with in your face. And take a look at that. First one comes over onto the left. Thinks there's a flash or something coming. There it comes. Sees the first. And then suddenly in his face, in his vision, there's a player popping up and he turns to his right. Kills Tensky in the end. Puts everyone down. It's bedtime.
Yeah.
Dear Danes. And Percy. Shaking up your pillow. Putting you under your blanket. And tug you up. Round number 15 and Sprout on the way. Well, talking about the Armory getting 11 rounds.
Yeah, I mean Sprout now playing with the completely new meta. 3 orbs, 1 AUG on the city side. Even Faven. Okay, now he switched back to the M4, so probably...
You got a massive backpack now.
It's gonna be an execute right now. So attacks, nothing's working for them right now. Going for a picks, they just go back to the basics, straight up execute. The only thing is, of course, that attacks has still some equipment left if they see those smokes coming.
And the question is, will Percy be the crucial individual in this? Might just wait for the support flash to help him out. There is the op. With a tiny height advantage as he elevates himself, but now comes through, and those smoke walls are extremely dangerous for those close-range rifles, because this is where the lethal part starts, when you don't have too much range to work with. Can't get the player who was just jumping down, then is falling in the end, but Faven's support is existent. 3 versus 3. Tensky. An easy way to shut down Speedy, but it's only down to 1 more. That's NATO Sapphics. Nothing to lose anyway. Got the Deagle, got the AWP. No smoke and no time as well, which makes it just all harder. He definitely saw one, can't connect the shot. Come on, NATO. Do something about it. Deliver us the show we were looking for. The Sapphic show, but no chance he has anyway, and for the sake of a KDR, he doesn't want to die. Or something else. 11-9 anyway. And Sprout with a 5-round advantage. This is where it gets interesting, though. Because about 20 percentage points, Sprout is better on this defending counter-terrorist site. So it comes down to a very good initial...
Yeah.
Hold on. Why is the alternate coach called the Grinch? I know it's Toby, Wait, no.
No, there's one more.
No, it's NKJ.
Ah, yeah,
It's
yeah, you're right.
NKJ. XG2 analyst. But what I wanted to say before I saw the cringe was that 20 percentage points better on the CT side. The initial round right here is very crucial to then get things going.
Yep.
Alternate not looking that strong on paper, not looking that strong at all. And a very passive, more retake-driven kind of style towards B.
Yeah, it's going for long distance duels. They've still one smoke and one diffuse got on Hunden, so of course they're going for a retake, hoping to get maybe 1 or 2 kills, whilst Sprout are trying to get the bomb down on the B side if they decide to go B. But we can see it's gonna be A smokes. One smoke probably towards Ivy, one probably towards Z, and it's gonna be the A hit right now.
And an A hit. Let's see how successful it will be. Hunden tries to take the long range duel, doesn't even say thing. With Speedy taken out, the dink works for Faven and Percy. But 7 has a problem with all of this happening. Sirson hitting his shots, and now it's only down to 2 on each side. Stefan might see the feet of Bauman in a second. He can't escape the shots, and so they isolate each other. Sirson being the last one in this, bringing Nate into a very uncomfortable position. Faven does it anyway. 3K from him. The Glock successful enough to bring Sprout in the position where a win is not far away anymore.
And Hunden with that insta-buy, so probably his teammates will follow up. We see Stefan and Surson taking their moment. Now Surson also a scout. Yeah, it's the same thing we saw Sprout playing. Just with 1 scout less, 2 scouts, 157. I think they know they need to go all in right now. If they give Sprout too much advantage.
It's a little weird though. In the last 6 months, Hunden has done 4 kills as a scout. I'm not quite sure what makes him feel confident with that when instead of giving it to maybe like Stefan.
Yeah.
If he likes the gun, of course. But I'm sure some sense has been made of it. Console taken out, all up in his face. Tensky falls face first, down on the concrete. Seriously. Doesn't even struggle. Tapping away the head of Dennis, and damage control, casualty control, that would be perfect for Sprouts, but see at least 1 gun being picked up by Stefan.
Surson and Stefan probably just trying to save the equipment, the scout, the UMP for the next round. Although Atex will be doing a full eco, hopefully. But I could also imagine some kind of tilt buy from Atex right now.
The question is, do they really go for the tilt buy there? I mean, I think Hunden is a very disciplined sort of guy.
Yeah.
I heard he has a good temper, but some people say he doesn't, so they're disciplined for the moment. Let's say it like that. And with the perfect usage of a scout, you might get a few players quite wounded, and therefore easy frags with those pistols. Oh no.
That's too far away.
He didn't even get damage. He didn't hit?
I think it's too far away. I mean...
No, you should have, I think, a bit of damage.
I'm not quite sure. I mean, there is a way to hit someone and not kill him, but still you need to be really close next to him.
I mean, you're the Zeus expert of us, so I don't even want to down it. But right now, Dennis is the expert getting Searson, Stefan and Tensky. They're running out of options in this. They got the money in the next round when it is already 13-5 for Sprout, but not quite sure how to feel about all of this. Because, I mean, it will be 13-5 for Sprout. Let's agree on that.
Yep.
Alternate attacks will then have a quiet goodbye. If that doesn't work, we're going to see a 14-5 for Sprout and Atex. Not 100% struggling due to the good losing bonus, but still looking like they are sort of broke.
Yeah, and probably they won't be able to buy an op for Surson if it comes to it. But let's just wait. Now it's gonna be the first equip round, the proper equip round for alternate. So I'm probably going to buy an op. I hope so. Maybe even getting op drop from Stefan. There's a little bit of more money. No, it's Surson for himself. But still, we have 4 M4s, 1 up on Surson, and maybe this could be the turning point for attacks. In the meantime, we see Sprout with more or less a B aggression. 3 or 4 players going towards the inner side. This could be a really fast B hit, maybe even an explosive B hit. Oh, and Stefan, he's waiting way too long.
Yeah, the Molotov barely does any damage. It's going to be Stefan not seeing a thing. Searson at least gets Dennis, but a C4. It will land on the side. But the German Opera does damage, has the right angle, but Favin hits him midair, and that is a crucial individual falling, though Console is able to do damage control. Revenge. And so it's Percy and Spitty, not the frag-wise strongest players, and there it goes. That could be now Speedy's lurk to working it out. The Molo goes deep. The fuse is stopped for a moment. No, the smoke is there, but he doesn't have a kit.
The kit.
Speedy, you need to be fast. Speedy, you need to be fast. There's the knife.
Oh,
Where's the knife?
no!
Does it? What?
You can't find him. Where is he? Oh, that's a Glock for you. It's a Glock. If you don't hit the headshots, you need like 20 bullets. Maybe he should have went for a knife straight ahead, but I think he was more optimistic that there were better chances with the Glock. It's sad to see. I mean, it was so close.
Yeah, it was so close. Speedy having 7.5 on the board, only going for the UMP. I mean, surviving with that gun, of course. I mean, bringing it through, but also a different point. Dennis is very far already, and Tensky didn't expect that. He really stretched that one quite far. Console playing around Electric, dancing and doing the belay of survive, but the belay of survival doesn't work all the time. And now Fave and NATO and Percy need to see where they can go. Hunden finding a great shot, but that MP9. It's unbelievable. Favin has great options, though. Talking about it. Those great options directly eliminated.
Yeah, an important round for attacks to win the follow-up round. Now they have some money left, but still no op. It's only a scout from Surson. And Sprout, on the other hand, they themselves have enough money. Somewhat. NATO even dropping the AK, playing a deagle. But, I mean, we know that NATO can be very dangerous with the deagle.
Ooh, did you see that? Percy just evaded the wallbang that happened here from Sirson. There were shots going over there where he can usually throw the smoke, so there's the wallbang up a position. And he just evaded that, just danced around it, curved his body.
Maybe he's the one.
You
Neo.
think so? Yeah, I know. I got the reference. The first time we were here,
Yeah, I know.
I remember it was a demo of Dust 2, and you were making a Neo reference, and I was like, I never watched the movie. And I think you weren't happy.
Yeah, of course he didn't watch the movie.
I think this will be the storyline of our cast, so this league is
Probably.
over, right? Every week a new movie. Did you watch it? But right now, Percy didn't watch out for himself. NATO and Faven really need to take care of themselves. Faven supports NATO, and the man who already dealt great damage with the Deagle might wants to continue. Faven just needs patience. This is all he needs, not much more. And the bomb is not planted in his favor. Goes down. There's this defuse happening.
No.
Faven, this time it
Come
works!
on!
This time it works! Oh, Jesus Christ. Goes with the left click. And Console's back. Looking like he had a fight with a tiger.
Yeah.
Scratched up.
But that's the way to go. I mean, the real heroes go for a double knife, for the double left click from behind.
Of course. Left, left, right.
But from behind, it's only two clicks with the left click. And the good thing is that you even play psychologically with your opponent, because you give him this glimmer of hope, and then he's still dead.
Doesn't know it. The feeling. Pretty much like Tricked and Vexed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Vexed gave them the feeling. No, it wasn't like Trick gave them the feeling. A little needle.
Yeah, yeah.
Like in the arm. Just like, ow, it hurts. Then you're just like, okay, you know what? Let's go 15-15 for some reason. But then he's not interested in the 15-15 at all. Can't even snatch the frag. Feven comes beforehand. The next one is going to be it. Next one is where it matters for Alternate if they still want to stay alive.
Yeah, Stefan hoping to get the right timing, but 3 people just waiting for him. $15-7. It doesn't look too good for Ethics right now. It's the last buy they will be able to afford. Handen with the second up, so maybe Handen trying a new role.
I mean, IJL and Op go together very often.
Yeah.
I just don't see him in that role.
Maybe it's a midlife crisis. I don't know.
The guy is very intelligent when it comes down to
Yeah.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
And he's also a very good teacher. Talking about him, doubting him, that's not okay. Takes out Percy. But take a look at all the control. There was also the sound cue of the Molotov. Speedy exactly reacts to that and then sees Hunden. Fabian able to react to that as well. Dennis will peek a little wider, goes for the nade, but at the same time, Fabian snatching all the frags from Dennis. The poor guy doesn't even find anything anymore. He's right now playing around the A site, hoping that anyone will run his crosshair. And this is really good, because if Sirasan will move any further, you wouldn't have seen him due to his tunnel vision. But now he announced himself. Good move by him. And what does Sirasan want to do? He can't get him at that point in time. Now he just needs to play around it. Finds the shot onto Sirasan. What for do you need an op? You got a Dennis. And a single body shot, and this guy, Stefan, will be out of the server. And the thing is, he doesn't have a kit, which means there's no additional time he can buy himself. A single grenade, that could be the deal in this. But Dennis might come around at the same time, at the right time. 16-7, 16-6. Sprout is showing us who's the #1 in Germany. Besides Big.
Yeah, I mean, you doubted Sprout in the beginning of the day in the pre-show. Now I think we can all agree that Sprout is a real contender for the top 4 right now.
Yeah.
I mean, winning one map against LDLC very dominantly. Even Nuke playing somewhat of a close game.
Decent.
Yeah, decent game. And now even dominating Ethics in a old way fashion.
Well, the old way fashion, Alternate couldn't do a thing on both maps. Nuke and Train went in favor of the lads from Sprout. Well, logically, don't forget about the United Masters League. Don't forget about the socials. You can follow us on Twitter and on Twitch, #UML.
Yep.
So you want to tweet at us. We surely got something to talk about once once Existence Galaxy is back on the server. But we'll keep that for a moment. Thank you very much for watching. This was the second day of the United Masters League. We see you guys tomorrow.
As a leader in advanced PC technology, AMD supercharges the next major milestone in delivering smooth gameplay with 8K, HDR, and Radeon FreeSync 2 display support. 8K resolution delivers the next level of realism to gaming visuals, bringing to life 16 times the number of pixels of 1080p. HDR delivers seemingly lifelike scenes with darker darks and lighter lights, taking gameplay image quality to the next level. FreeSync 2 technology delivers low latency HDR and low frame rate compensation for smooth, stutter-free gaming. Unlock a brilliant gaming experience with Radeon graphics, powered by Radeon software.